Mephisto. Mephisto has now entered into the MCU, and honestly, I just don't even know what to say. So I guess spoilers for Ironheart, but I mean it's been out for a while now, and you have seen it. Quickly, my thought on that, because I did give you my thought on the first 3 episodes. If you guys didn't see that, I said my thoughts on the first 3 episodes of Ironheart. I wasn't the biggest fan of the show. I was honestly kind of just disinterested with it. Not that it was like bad or garbage. I know some people are exaggerating, like it's the worst show Marvel has made. I don't believe that. It's a competent show that I understand why some people would like. To me, I was just struggling with my, I don't even want to say like paying attention, but like my interest in it. Like I just found those first couple episodes very slow. Not that exciting of a story. Things picked up in the third episode, and I will say the latter 3 episodes did get more interesting when they started implementing magic and technology. The Red Hood story, the Hood story ended up getting interesting, and Mephisto, when he showed up, definitely caught my attention. Okay, so all in all, like the show ended up being like a 6 out of 10 for me, 6.5. I didn't hate it, but it's something I would never watch again. And I do just think like there's some wasted elements in there and whatnot. But speaking on the Mephisto part, like this was a character, Sacha Baron Cohen, who plays him fantastically. Like, dude, they cast that so well. I do wish he was more in the red makeup. You get like a little glimpse of his true form through like the some silverware. He plays the role great. I love his performance in it. I always thought Sacha Baron Cohen was a great actor. I always wish he was able to do his Freddie Mercury movie. If you guys don't know, he was originally going to do like a rated R Queen / Freddie Mercury biopic, but they didn't want to do that because they'd rather, show more of a positive light, which I do understand. I did like the Freddie Mercury movie. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. He was great in it. But it's just like too little, too late, man. It's like Mephisto was teased and all the hype around WandaVision. That's when we wanted to see this character. That's when we wanted him implemented. And now he just shows up 5 years later, dropped on a random Tuesday. Okay, that's fine. Now, I like the vibe he gives off. He's all into making deals, and he's responsible for a couple of deals in the MCU. In fact, quite a lot. He says the people on Forbes 100 list all made deals with Mephisto, and whatnot. I think it's funny that Mephisto was thought about being a villain for Spider-Man 4. That he was almost, because don't forget, that was a real rumor that I actually believe is real. Spider-Man 4, Mephisto, where we were going to have the story revolve around Mephisto and Ghost Rider, which I guess makes sense in hindsight, since Ghost Rider would probably have been another person that made a deal with Ghost Rider and whatnot. And in the comics, Spider-Man has made deals with Mephisto to save Aunt May and whatnot. Could have been interesting to have, but it just feels like a tactic to like get fans to watch it. Do I honestly think, you want me to be real, as decent as Ironheart turned out to be by the end, we're not seeing a continuation. I don't even know if we'll ever see Ironheart again. There is a post-credit scene and a tease for season 2. We're never getting those answers. We're never finding out what happens, and that just goes to show you sometimes what happens, man. I really don't think someone just said we are. Where, buddy? Where right now? Because I'm telling you, after Secret Wars, that's their clean slate. Secret Wars is in Young. I don't even think she'll be in Young Avengers, if I'm being honest. There's a lot of people that should be in Young Avengers. I don't know if Riri will be one of them. If I guess you could say maybe there, if they do end up doing Young Avengers, which I just don't think so, because Marvel has already talked about they want to scale back on their TV side, not spend millions and millions like they have, and do more street level stories like Daredevil or Punisher. If you do a Young Avengers show, that's going to be expensive. That's not just going to be street level. You have Miss Marvel in there. You'll have Ironheart. You'll have Kate Bishop. You have all these people, Mephisto. It'll be kind of expensive characters to do. I don't think it's happening, Bo. I don't think it's happening. Midnight. I've also seen people say Riri could be a Midnight Suns member. Strange Academy is the thing I agree with. That's honestly where I could see Riri Williams pop up again. If you guys don't know, Strange Academy is a show that Marvel is considering, where it's the Ben Wong show, where he's like teaching a bunch of young magicians. So you'd have America Chavez, you have Riri Williams now that she has magic implemented into her suit. A couple of other maybe characters. You could have Wiccan probably in there if you want, since he's a magic-based character. Yeah, I could see her maybe pop up in there, but I just don't think it's happening, y'all. I really don't. I know there's a lot of fate or whatnot, the Wong Academy, right? But song the Hulk son with the fade. um, so yeah, man, it's just a bummer, right? You think about all the post credit scenes that go unanswered that we're never gonna get. Someone just said Ned. If Ned shows up in that Wong show with his little sling powers, I need Kevin Feige removed. I need Kevin Feige fired and never be brought back. It's just such an awkward place. I really do think like I like, and again, this is a great actor that they're just gonna waste on a couple seconds here. And he's gonna be the new Eternals. You know how in Eternals they had the floating island, and everybody was like, how come Marvel has never addressed this? Mephisto's gonna be the new thing. Hey, remember when they showed Mephisto and then never brought him up again? Remember when Mephisto showed up and he's never to be seen again? That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen, buddy. I'm telling you right now. I'd love to be proven wrong. If I'm proven wrong, I'll admit it here. But I don't think it's gonna happen, y'all. So I don't know. It was just interesting to have Mephisto finally show up. I do think the performance was cool. Definitely elevated the show, brought something interesting and new. But it does feel too little, too late. And just being realistic, I just think it's gonna be one of those things not ever addressed or talked about, like the end of Eternals, those post-credit scenes, even the end of not Brave New World, but Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and the Winter Soldier. That one that had a post credit scene with Agent 13. We're not gonna get the answer to that. Midnight with Moon Knight with his third personality. I don't know if we'll ever see that again. Secret Invasion, huh? Like we're gonna see that shapeshift in person again. This is just more common now in the MCU to introduce, show cool things. Rhodey as a scroll, doubt if it's ever addressed, dude. I'm telling you, Secret Wars and that reboot is their answer to clean slate, wiping things off, and storylines that were never addressed again. It's because the Secret Wars soft reboot wiped them away. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think. Like Werewolf, I don't even know if we'd ever get Werewolf by Night again. You know, I don't even know. I don't even know.